Top stories. Muslims celebrate Eid al-Fitr as President Jonathan dismisses prediction of Nigeria's breakup. Inspector General of Police Muhammad Abubakar justifies sack of Sergeant Christopher Umeleze. Our big story tonight examines the murder of a teenage girl in Lagos and at least 28 killed in Quetta bombing at a funeral of a policeman in Pakistan. Well, do remember that there are many ways for you to keep up with all our top stories. There's the website channelstv.com and youtube.com/channelsweb. If you're on the go, please visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on an iPad, iPhone or BlackBerry. And you can also download the Channels TV app for Android and Nokia 920 from their respective stores. Now, while most Muslim prayer grounds across the country were full, leaders in most states of the Federation also used the opportunity to pass across messages of peace and love. Some of the governors who spoke to Channels Television prayed for peace in the country and asked for a permanent solution to the insecurity challenge facing the nation.
It has been a sober few weeks for Muslims across the country, but today cheerful faces and colorful attires mark the end of the fasting season. Supplications, recitations from the Holy Book, and communal prayers were held in most parts of the country. From Kwara to Cross River State, Bayelsa State to Kano, and to Ogun State, the messages coming from the different prayer grounds and government houses across the state may be diverse, but the issue of security, tolerance and peaceful coexistence were paramount in all.
Our public in Kano to continue offering prayers so that we have peace and stability in Kano State. And also we pray to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give health to our Royal Highness the Emma of Kano.
And urge our people in Kwara State to continue to be law-abiding, to continue to love each other, and continue to strengthen each other's capacity.
My message is for all of us to remain peaceful, focused for the development, unity of our country.
In Ekiti, the Deputy Chief of Staff Machi Jamiu asked anyone planning violence in the name of fighting for God to stop.
Islam does not preach violence, and that Almighty Allah is sufficient to fight for his own cause. He doesn't need anybody to fight for him.
However, in Abeokuta, Governor of Ogun State, Ibikunle Amosun used the opportunity to affirm his determination to further commit himself to the service of his people.
We will continue to serve them. That is what we promised that we will do, and we are doing it. And God willing, with their prayers and with their support, we will continue to give that dividend of democracy to the good rule of Ogun State.
In Owerri, the capital of Imo State, Muslims gathered at a mosque. The Commissioner of Police in the state was one of them, although not in the police uniform, but the issue of security was still on his mind.
Peace in our homes, peace in our community, peace in this state, peace in Nigeria.
The calls by leaders from the different states all point towards peace and religious tolerance. If adhered to, it is sure that most of the major challenges in the country will be a thing of the past. Sheung Wakimbaloye, reporting for Channels Television News.
Now, the Eid al-Fitr celebration is also a time when more people travel to join their loved ones in different parts of the country. At the General Aviation Terminal in Lagos, southwest Nigeria, passengers suggested that information be handled properly, especially where there are delays in flight schedules. Also in Abuja, an interstate driver says the season is a time to make more profit. Our aviation correspondent Bukola Jo Oketumbi reports.
Passengers making their way into the airport, among them this family of 5, all dressed for the Eid celebrations. While celebration is on the mind of many, others are returning to base.
My name is Mustafa. I'm a passenger traveling to Kaduna.
Are you going in view of the celebration?
Yes.
You're going there to join your family?
Yes, my family.
This is the General Aviation Terminal in Lagos. About this time, about 13 flights have already departed from here, and about 7 have arrived from different areas in the country. Owing to the celebrations, there's also been a considerable surge in passenger number. With the upsurge in passenger numbers and the likely pressure on security checks, timely arrival is crucial, and the management of the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria advises passengers to get in ahead of time.
We also want to advise travelers to leave ahead of time. Make your travel arrangements. You can take advantage of the online ticketing that is available by most airlines to book your ticket ahead of time so that you avoid the rush. And most importantly, do not patronize staffs.
Whenever they feel that the plane will not be ready, they should have announced earlier on before you get there, and they will not say the flight will be delayed and all that. It's so painful.
From the airport in Lagos to the roads in Abuja, where fares have skyrocketed owing to the Muslim holiday, and drivers say it's a good time to do business.
I don't want to even go to Jos. I want to go to Lagos, but it's because of the increasement. I say, okay, let me go and come back.
Although business activities in the capital city has wound down considerably, many residents are taking advantage of the holiday to reunite with their family and loved ones. Bukola Joe Oketumbi, Channels Television News.
Now we shift focus from the Eid al-Fitr celebrations to look at efforts to tackle corruption. And the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Muhammad Abubakar, says he'll not tolerate a corrupt police force. Mr. Abubakar explained that the sacking of the police officer Christopher Meleze, who was caught on camera asking for a bribe, is a warning to other policemen. He told State House correspondents following the visit to President Goodluck Jonathan that he is prepared to charge the officer to court if the man who made the report comes out with more evidence against him. According to him, what's happening in the Nigeria police now is a revolution that will not stop until the police changes for the better.
You can see that we're IT compliance. We know what is happening on the YouTube. We know what is happening all over the world. And because we believe that we have to do what is right, we monitor our officers. Sometimes we even set them off to ensure that we get them on the act. And so his caught on the act is being dismissed. There is a process we are going on. If the man who that compensation has taken place is willing and ready to come and give evidence in court, he will be charged to court.
When they say that dismissal is too harsh, the action taken against him is too harsh.
For somebody who is corrupt, I will not run a corrupt police service.
Thank you.
A teenager's mysterious death in the Ketu area of Lagos over 2 weeks ago has left her grieving parents asking questions about the cause of her death. Now, while they were initially told that Jennifer Onyeche was electrocuted while working at a juice-making factory, an autopsy report purportedly obtained by the police indicates asphyxiation. On our big story tonight, our correspondent Charles Aruka probes the mystery surrounding the 17-year-old's unfortunate death.
It's a somber mood as sympathizers gather in the Onyeche's apartment to console the grieving parents. Mr. and Mrs. Friday Onyeche are not only grieved, they're also bewildered about the circumstances that resulted in the death of their 17-year-old daughter, Jennifer, on July the 24th, 2013.
Last week, Wednesday, around 11:30, I had a knock at the door. Then I stepped outside. Then I assumed, I said, I don't know you people. They said, yes, that I'm right. Then they now explained that they are the guests, 4 of them, working with my daughter. I said, is there any problem? They said, no, but electric shock my daughter. Then I shout.
Then comply with the policemen and the workers, about 2 are with them, telling them where to take down, so I cannot see the body. I say